Tier lists are all well and good, but which champions will actually help you to climb in 14.8? This video covers 2 champs for every role, one to help you destroy at around gold rank, and one to help you push challenger. Starting off with the pick to help you grind out of low elo, Darius is still one of the kings of top lane right now. While his win rate currently sits at 50%, his lane dominant playstyle allows for you to control the pace of the game. In almost every game, walk to the pixel brush in top lane, and in 1 minute, walk to the furthest lane bush and camp there. Your goal here is to deny the enemy XP by forcing a fight at level 1 with Conqueror, your passive, and W. If the enemy walks up to last hit, then initiate the fight and make them back off, slow push your wave, and crash on 3. From here, you can either call for a dive from your jungler, or take a reset and get an item advantage. Being able to beat tanks and bruisers with little to no contest early game isn't something a lot of champions can do right now, so pick Darius up while you can and ruin someone's day. In high elo, Skarner in the top lane has been running the lane to the point of it becoming an extremely common ban. While Skarner's win rate sits at 52%, his ban rate is at 45%, making him one of the most banned champions we have seen thus far this season. Skarner's whole gimmick top revolves around his ability to soak damage and trade insanely well with his Q and W. Start off the trade by either picking up a boulder with Q, then autoing, or by pressing E from out of vision and ramming the opponent into a wall for a CC chain. Once on top of them, press W to get a shield and slow and start beating them down, finishing your combo by throwing the boulder. As the game goes later, you become a super tanky CC machine that can one-shot ADCs because Riot apparently thinks that this is okay for a tank. Lock this guy in for some easy wins whenever the opportunity arises. Next up, do bear in mind that this is just a suggested champs list. Click on the link in the description box below right now to sign up to GameLoop.com and master every single champion covered in this video. We've got hundreds and hundreds of guides authored by challenger coaches for every role and scenario you can think up. We're talking macro guides, champion-specific courses, laning deep dives, and more. So again, hit the link below right now to sign up. It's gonna be tight. The mid lane has only one pick that we're going to recommend for both low elo and high elo, and their name, you guessed it, is Ahri. As much as we all love playing Ahri, it is probably time for Riot to knock her down a peg. She's just been way too OP for way too long. Being able to one-shot waves to avoid any punishment and having such a strong trade with auto W auto to proc electrocute is insane. She has tools to engage, she has tools to escape, she even has tools to let her cheat the lane and roam early if you take minion dematerializer. Sitting at a comfy 51% win rate, she is the queen of mid lane right now, so if you aren't abusing her for free LP, then there won't be an easier mid laner to yoink some free wins for the foreseeable future. In the jungle role, Shaco has been dominating the low elo divisions. Fun fact, people really do not respect invisible champions down in lower elos, so use that to your advantage. With the quick clear due to his boxes and ability to hop over large walls with Q, Shaco can almost always cheese himself an early game kill, whether it's invading the enemy jungler or 3 camping into a lane. AD Assassin Shaco is preferred here, as being able to one-shot enemies with Hail of Blades is fun and easy to do, but if you must go AP, then Dark Harvest is also a good rune to grab. Just make sure you understand the playstyle differences between the two first. For AD, you want to always be on the hunt for squishies to one-shot, while AP focuses more on objectives and setting up boxes around them in order to zone off enemies or to trap them in. Next, we here at GameLeap still have no idea how this champion is still this OP after however long it's been at this point, but Bel'Veth still runs the game in high elo. With her insanely quick clear and ability to dash 4 times, each dealing a ton of damage, Bel'Veth is indisputably the best jungler in high elo if you want to carry. Now, the most consistent way we've seen people gain LP with Bell is by full clearing, then looking for a fight at Scuttlecrab or invading the enemy jungler. As in most cases, you will have about 10 to 15 seconds of free time before most enemy junglers will be done with their full clear. A tip we can give you, if you're willing to accept it, is if you are going to really abuse this champion, it's that your W totes so much more pressure when held rather than when being used. Start by using all of your dashes first to soften up the enemy and hopefully burn their flash, after they waste their mobility spell, then use W for an easy knock-up plus another Q charge and finish them off. All it takes is one kill on Bel'Veth to get the snowball rolling, and it's free LP. EDC is kinda cool with two champions being really OP, but one champ counters the other. We're gonna cover them both. In low elo, we recommend Twitch as he's a really fun ADC that abuses the stealth strategy we mentioned in the Shaco pick. Lower elo players hate buying pink wards or will even overbuy them, leaving them behind in gold. Two really big tips we have for you guys is to press the attack more often than lethal tempo, because PTA gives you that X factor of damage many players are not ready for. They think you are simply an auto attack machine, and only after fully stacking your passive at 6 autos, then you will expunge. But in 3 simple autos coming out of stealth and then pressing E, you can easily take out 350 HP early game in such a quick trade. Now do bear in mind, Twitch is getting nerfed next patch, so make sure you jump into the rift quickly as the rat. If you are in high elo, then getting cheese kills and cheese dubs might not be as easy, so we resort to more traditional play for our next pick. Jinx is the OG crit hypercarry, and she's been strong for the past 3 patches now. After the fall of lethality ADCs, Jinx has claimed the throne of being able to one-shot waves for easy scaling, and all you need is one reset to rule them all. With one of your only real bad matchups being Twitch, you can easily counter him by waiting for the Twitch to use his Q and come out of stealth before walking up to hit the wave. Once you rocket one-shot the wave, you simply sit back and let the Twitch do his thing as you slowly but surely outscale. Twitch relies heavily on early game kills to snowball. Meanwhile, Jinx relies on going even until 2 or 3 items, then in one good teamfight, the game can end because your passive makes you shred through turrets. I've seen a Jinx end a game after a teamfight at 19 minutes, got an ace outside of the enemy inhib turret, and just ended the game with get excited right then and there. It is crazy stuff, so be ready to abuse that in 14.8. Next up, oh yes, it's that time again. It's the supports, and boys, we've preached this champion once, twice, times beyond counting, and we're doing it once again. It's gotta be Blitzcrank. This champion is the king of every elo, but specifically low elo, as 2 hooks can easily win the game early, and just 1 hook can win the game late if you hook a carry. There honestly isn't much more we can give you guys to learn about this champ, as we've covered him a ton already, but if you really want a tip in this video, then we recommend changing your build just a little bit to Boots of Swiftness, as the slow reduction helps counter your self-slow on your W, and take Bloodsong as your support item upgrade. The bonus damage it enables from your teammates is nutty. Hook, punch, proc Bloodsong, watch anything you pull die instantly. Play the robot for easy LP in 14.8. And lastly, if you want to climb in high elo as a support player, put in some games on good old Soraka. From all we've seen so far, it appears this champion actually has no counters. Soraka wins short trades because 1 Q equals a whole trade worth of heal in her W with no cost, because if you land Q on Soraka, using W doesn't take away HP. In fact, it gives more HP, and you can't beat her in long trades because of the constant healing. Soraka's weakness and counter is simply players using W too often to top off of their allies' HP bars. Avoid that mistake by letting your teammates hover around 50% HP before thinking about throwing a heal on them if you haven't landed a Q. Seriously, this champion silently sits at a 51% win rate, and those who've taken notice are sneaking up the ranked ladder while praying no one notices. And that is about going to do it for the godly champions for patch 14.8. Go get yourself some free wins, but before you do, make sure to click the link down below at the top of the video description box to sign up to GameLeap.com and unlock access to hundreds and hundreds of champion and general guides. GameLeap.com is the place to be, so we'll see you over there for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all enjoyed this one, and we're going to catch all of you all just a tad bit later, man.